Tonight's dinner is orange chicken, and I've already cut some chicken breasts into small bite-sized pieces, and it's super important to make sure that your chicken is very dry. So always use paper towels to dry it, and then wash your hands. Now I'm seasoning with salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of all-purpose flour over the chicken pieces, coating it so that I can start sauteing it. So with clean hands, you want to get in there and coat all of the chicken pieces and then wash your hands. In a large skillet with some canola oil over medium-high heat, I'm going to start browning all of those chicken pieces. So they tend to stick together, especially now that they have some flour. It's really important that you use tongs or a spoon to separate those chicken pieces, and you want to cook this in 2 batches because I started with 2 pounds of chicken breast. It doesn't all fit in my large skillet, and I want the chicken pieces in a single layer. You don't want the chicken to steam. You want it to brown. So it's really important that each piece is touching the bottom of your skillet. And once you've sufficiently cooked one side of the chicken piece, you can go ahead and flip it over. Again, the goal is to brown the chicken. Once the chicken is cooked, you can remove it to a bowl, and then in that same skillet with all of those chicken pieces, which is great flavor, you're going to want to start to make your sauce. So once the chicken is removed, I'm going to start adding in my orange juice. This is freshly squeezed. You can see there's some chunks of pulp, some fresh lime juice, and I'm using now those juices to help me deglaze the pan. Scrub, scrub, get all that flavor up. Now is some brown sugar that has been packed, and give all that a stir. Give the sugar a chance to dissolve. I'm adding in some freshly grated ginger, and I just actually grated the garlic too using the same microplane grater, so I'm dropping that in next, and some crushed red pepper flakes just to give it a little pop, not too spicy. I have some fresh orange zest and scallions that are finely chopped. All of this is going to make a really tangy and flavorful sauce, and that's rice wine vinegar. Now I'm adding in a little bit of sesame oil, which has a very strong flavor, so you want to go easy with it, followed by some tamari or low sodium soy sauce. Tamari is usually lower sodium than traditional soy sauce. So make sure your sugar is dissolving. And now we're going to start to thicken the sauce by adding in our cornstarch slurry. So a slurry is basically cornstarch that is mixed with water first before adding it into whatever sauce or stew or soup or chili you're making. So I always do that, and I'm stirring it to make sure I don't have any lumps. And then as soon as it hits the hot boiling liquid, I stir immediately because I don't want to have clumps of cornstarch in the sauce. So make sure you stir, and then you want to bring this mixture up to a boil so it thickens. Once the mixture is thickened, you need to taste it again for seasoning. Drop your chicken back in, and at this point you're just heating the chicken through. You can add some sesame seeds on top. I like to top it with some fresh cilantro that's been finely chopped, and serve it over rice. For this recipe and more, visit myclasscancook.com.